So I'm keen to find out a lot more about Karl.
Because people mistake the crown with Queen's bench. They think it means the same thing, and it means the complete opposite.
Mm-hmm.
The crown, King's, or Queen's bench has nothing to do with each other. And this one poor guy, man, he sent me this ridiculous email. I feel bad for him
because he's getting jurisdictions all,
he's using multiple jurisdictions in his questions to me, and I'm like, you know what, I can't, you're just getting silly, buddy. I said, you don't understand, what you're doing. It's so funny, the poor guy, he sounds like a nice guy over there. He's, Chemtrail something is his screen name. And I told the guy, I said, it was funny. I said, you attacked, like what he's trying to use certain, like Magna Carta, and it's like, which version of the Magna Carta? There's 7 of them. Which one are you referring to? The 1215 one that was like overturned basically within 2 months was considered a void document because the king signed it with a knife on his throat. And said, you can't have somebody sign a contract because the charter means a contract when you have a knife to your throat. Okay. So I said, so you're trying to rely upon a contract that was signed by the king with a knife to his throat? I said, really? So like I said, I did just because, like I said, then it was mind-numbing trying to do all the multi-jurisdictional synonyms and phrasings he was using. I actually what I wrote. I said, your attack is not so much an awkward array of multi-jurisdictional synonyms and phrasings as it's a mind-numbing conundrum. I said, when I read this stuff from certain people, I like, you people are all over the freaking map.
Mm-hmm.
Said you're trying to use Queen's bench stuff, then you're trying to use the Crown, and then you're trying to use Magna Carta, then you try to use the English Constitution. Which one do you want to use? Which one are you going with, and which one are you going to be able to support by bringing first-hand witnesses to the event, to the signing? But that's exactly what Magna Carta 1215 said.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you going to bring the court to prove that somebody actually signed that thing? It wasn't signed at knife point. And that's truly what Section 60 or Section 31 means. Who are you going to bring forth? Nobody. So why are you wasting your time referring back to it in your court paperwork? They said if you want to put it as an exhibit, that's fine. That's fine. You say, well, this is the way they used to do it way back then, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it. And believe me, if I get this in front of the jury, I think the jury will concur with what they agreed, what they found was a proper way of acting in 1215. I believe this will carry the day. To this day, I think it will carry the day. They signed it 800 years ago, and you know what? Honestly, I think it'll still bode well today. I think it'll be fine. But you don't say, well, this is what it says in Magna Carta. Really? Were you there? Is that the original document? Where's the chain of custody since 1215? How many versions of that is there? Is that the original Magna Carta versus a copy of it? How many versions of them were written out back then? Because like when the United States had their Constitution, there was 13 versions. Every colony got a version. Every colony got a copy of the Constitution, and not one copy matches all the other copies word for word by punctuation. None of them are all identical. They're all off just by a little bit. So which one is the true Constitution? So you don't worry about that nonsense. And if you're a rich guy, you're a professor, and you got nothing better to do all your life is to sit there and argue which one is the true Constitution, well, go ahead and waste your life arguing about which one is the true Constitution. I don't give a rest behind. All I know is it worked for them back then. That doesn't mean it has any kind of control over me now because somebody signed a contract for my benefit. Well, you know what? That's lovely. You signed a lovely contract for my benefit. Do I have to accept the benefit? No. And you can't force the benefit on me. So what's the purpose of the Constitution again? Just as a reference point. That one time in the past, somebody believed that this was the way to be. Okay. That's lovely. That's nice. But times change. People change. People aren't static. People aren't statues. I'm not rigid. I'm flexible. I'm I'm dynamic. I'm fluid. I'm never changing. I'm not bound. And like I said, that poor guy, I asked him a simple question. Oh, I wonder if he answered it. I asked him a simple question about, he said something about sovereign. I just started laughing. I was like, oh man. I said, I can see, well, one problem you have is you definitely don't listen to my show. That's one thing I said, I see. I said, that's right, let me check and see if that guy ever wrote back to me. Because he was pretty funny. But like I said, these guys go on and they write like 100 sentences in their emails to me, and I write like 1 or 2 sentences back. I don't know if it drives people crazy, because I'm not going around and around the chicken coop with these people and getting all nutty and getting all flustered. I'm just saying, hey, you know what? Sovereign, are you saying that no law binds you, that you're bound by no law? So let me see if the guy wrote back. That's pretty funny. Oh, here he is. Buster something. Let me see what his email name was. So see, we talked back and forth 7 times so far. But here it is. Buster Trails Messenger. I said, there you go. I said, a sovereign is not bound by laws. Correct? Yes or no? So see, that's the question I let him. I tried just leading him into the trap. I said to him, a sovereign is not bound by laws. Correct? I said, just answer me like yes or no. Because a sovereign is not bound by laws. See, God is sovereign. God is not bound by the law of gravity, the law of relativity, the law of space and time travel. God's not bound. But believe me, I'm bound. So I'm certainly not sovereign. So maybe in my dreams I'm sovereign, but certainly not in the 3D flesh and blood. I'm certainly not sovereign. So let me see. Incorrect by my instinct. All the sovereign is bound by the rule of law as evidenced in Magna Carta 1215, Article 61. See, there you go. See, this is great that I get to actually read. I haven't read this email, so you get to hear firsthand. So incorrect by my instinct. The sovereign is not bound by laws, correct? Incorrect by my instinct. The sovereign is bound by the rule of law as evidenced in Magna Carta 1215, Article 61, which has been lawfully invoked under the terms laid down in the unrepealed Great Charter. What are the unrepealed? There's the 7 versions of it, dude. By the Parents Committee, after petitioning the alleged monarch on the February 7, 2001 at noon and receiving no redress. Oh, isn't that special? So something happened in England. Some crazy little group got together. I guess the Barons Committee. I don't know, maybe you've heard of that. But something happened in February 7, 2001 at noon. Somebody called the Barons Committee must have made a presentment to the Queen or something, and they get an answer. So since they get an answer, as far as they're considered, after petitioning the alleged monarch, petitioning, that means that you beg to a higher deity. That means that you beg to God. Petition means the supplication to a superior. So why would you petition? If you're a sovereign, dude, why are you petitioning to the monarch? See, this guy is so full of, like I said, that was a perfect answer I gave him, man. I said, man, it's mind-numbing. Conundrum, and I just went off on this multi-jurisdictional phrasing and synonyms that you're using. It makes no sense. It's nothing sequitur here, dude. You're just whipping this out as you go along. This is the 1953 coronation clearly shows the alleged monarch stands under the law of God, correct? And she stands under man. And she is supposed to protect the constitutional laws and customs of the realm as a constitutional monarch. Does Queen's Bench stand under the monarch? What? No, it's both. The Queen's Bench is common law. It's the law of man. Queen's Bench, all the Queen is supposed to be, she's supposed to be the representative of the people of England. That's what, when I used to do, I did some of those shows of seminars, and I said, long live the Queen, and everybody was like, F you, Karl. I mean, they would actually say that. I think in one of those videos I have, people were like, F her. I was like, what? And I tried to keep the seminar going. I said, you folks understand what the Queen represents. She represents you. She's your representative. She's the only thing that keeps, like you people, in common law. Because if not, the crown is going to take over and you're going to be under a code world like they have in France. I said, do you understand? She's the protector of the law. She's the protector of the land. She's the protector of the people. You understand? She symbolizes what's great and what's best in England. And you're saying F her? You're saying F yourself. You people have no idea of your own history, do you? She's not a tyrant. But she's there at the pleasure of the people, and she says that all the time. She says, I'm here by the will and the pleasure of the people. When they want me to step down, I'll step down. You better not let her step down, and you better not let Crown Rule take over. You better understand what her position is and what she symbolizes and what she represents. She represents you. She represents the people. So, like I said, I can't believe I had to go over there in England and explain to the people over there just who and what the differences between King's Bench, Queen's Bench is and the Crown. It's 180 degrees opposite. One is common law and one is Napoleonic, like code law, where you people are under the control of a code instead of under the control of customs of the people of where you happen to live. Scottish people are obviously going to have different beliefs than people in Essex, and they're going to say people in Wales and people in Ireland do things differently. God bless it. That's what makes this world magical and wonderful. That there's diversity. That everybody has their own beliefs, everybody has their own cultures, and when you in Rome, you do as Rome do. You want to get along, you go along. But I don't want this one world government, this one world code that no matter where we step in England or Ireland or Wales, everything's supposed to be cookie cutter the same. It's boring. I don't want to see Kentucky Fried Chickens every 5 feet because that's the only thing they want to allow in the world now is Taco Bells or Kentucky Fried Chickens. Every other restaurant's been outlawed or banned or not licensed because they say, you know what, all we really need is one franchise. All we need is one basic restaurant. Everybody gets all the nutritional value from this one food source. We don't need all these diverse food sources. All we need is this basic liquid goo, and that sustains human life, and this is what we feel is best for all of mankind. Like, I don't want that. I don't want that kind of government propping up and doing that for my kids or my kids' kids. Let them do whatever the hell they want. That's what makes this wonderful. It's like, oh yeah, but the kid, you get food poisoning. You know what? Who cares? They get food poisoning like twice a year. Big deal. You get the runs a little bit, and shit happens. Literally, shit happens. Big deal. Big deal. I'm not in. If I die from it, oh well. I could have died from stepping on a bar of soap in my bathtub. So what? Shit happens, man.